we talk to retailers all the time on ordering, where cash flow can actually prevent that retailer from purchasing the products, even if they know they'll move. They can just already be so cash flow constrained, which is a horrible position to be in. Like, sorry, this month things are tight. I can't actually place as big an order as I want. Now, a lot of that's due to aged overstocked inventory, and we can talk about, other problems where we can free up the cash flow. Brad hit on those. That's not our topic here. If you're having that problem, please call us. We'll show it to you in your own data. But I think a couple things, and I see this in the chat as well. Questions coming up already. Something we hear that I think is it smells a little bit of a problem that's going to bite us long term. It looks like a short term solution that I think is going to come back. One of our key pillars at Happy Cabbage, we talk about community a lot, right? We want to support the cannabis community. I think all of us say that. We all talk about, like, we wouldn't be doing this otherwise. This industry is hard enough. We believe in it. We want to see it succeed. We've been through multiple hard times. We're in another one right now. But when we think about community and the entire supply chain, it's retailers and consumers. We want consumers to have access ultimately. Retailers have to thrive, and it has to be available in local markets at a price point people can afford, and brands have to be able to bring new products to market. Like, we need survival across that supply chain. And we're in a place now more than ever in this industry where survival is not given. Capital is dried up. These margins are thin. Like, survival is not given. And when I see the buck being passed around in the supply chain, it's not going to stop with any one person. It's going to impact the entire supply chain. So if we talk about these fees being absorbed by the brands, I instantly go to, and I worked on the brand side for a long time in training. So I have a lot of empathy there, and I know a lot of the brand players, even though we exclusively work in retailers now. I hear retailers talk about things like margin protection, right? And things like, oh, I don't have to worry about, like, the brand's going to absorb that fee. I don't have to worry about that right now. Or I've already got margin protection baked into my contracts, right? I don't worry about over ordering as much because the brand will take it back, or I don't worry about over discounting as much because the brand takes that. I just said like 5 different things that we expect a brand to take, right? The brand's got to survive. You've got to have these products in there. That brand's only going to absorb so much before the brand prices go up and those get passed along, right? This is a supply chain problem. And I think it's short-sighted to say somebody's going to absorb it right now, because it's going to be very temporary, or they're not going to be around. And I'm guessing if you carry that brand, you probably want them to be around. The consumer definitely does if it's a good product. And we just can't put this all on anybody, which means I think you're going to see inflation if it goes there. And then you're going to come back to what you mentioned, which is now you have market competition. Are they going to go back to hemp? Are they going to go back to other alternatives in there? Because I think the inevitability is short term, somebody might eat it, but it's gonna cause inflation through the supply chain. It's going to be price inflation at the end of the day as these fees get tacked on.
Yeah. And I think, and you're right. I mean, I think eventually it makes it way. It's going to make it down and we'll see where it is. And I think in that short term, what you could see, right, is this disalignment of incentives and what's best for everybody, right, in the market, right? And so I think we kind of see two factions today as people consider what they want to do, right? Is what's best for me and my lens of my operation is my business, and what's best for the market as a whole, you know? And so we have certain states that are more making decisions together as a group, right? Whatever that is. And then you have other states where people are very much pushing the whole market to what's best for them and not necessarily what's
Mm.
best generally for the whole.